Tesla wins a major victory in Michigan, Pepsi takes the semi-lead, Model X gets a win, and you get this week's Tidbit of the Week. This is Tesla Tidbits episode number 335 for December 13th, 2017. We start with what could become a very, very big deal in the near future. Electrek reports that Tesla has won its bid to reveal email communications between two lawmakers and dealers in its lawsuit in Michigan. Despite many attempts to thwart this motion, with the Michigan dealers' core argument that it would chill their speech with lawmakers, the court sided with Tesla anyhow. Particularly of note is the fact that the court calls out that the dealers can't claim bystander status, since the core of the lawsuit is that they helped draft the law in question. Therefore, quote, the communications sought in discovery are directly and highly relevant to Tesla's claims, end quote. This may very well be the key to a Tesla victory in the lawsuit, as without these communications, it would have been extremely difficult to prove any collusion between the dealers and the lawmakers. As always, I'll keep you posted on the developments in the case. Teslarati reports that the hits just keep on coming in the semi department. After Cisco announced an order of 50 semis last week, Pepsi apparently couldn't help themselves and announced an order double the size this week. Despite this being only 1% of the size of Pepsi's entire fleet, it is the largest test by any company thus far, with 100 ordered. Per Reuters, Tesla now has a total of 267 publicly stated orders, which means that if all the orders are for the long-range version, they'd be approaching $50 million in revenue on delivery of the trucks. Considering the public success enjoyed so far, you have to wonder about what we don't know has been ordered. If the company even has 2,000 orders total at what I would consider a conservative average order of 160,000 per truck, they're pulling in $320 million in revenue for just 2,000 vehicles, and that's no drop in the bucket. Rounding out the news tonight, we end at Forbes, which has had an up and down relationship with Tesla over the years. It would seem we're back on the upswing of the relationship, as the Model X has been named its car of the year in its list of best and worst. Interestingly enough, it bests the Alfa Romeo Giulia, which beat out the Model 3 for Motor Trend's award by the same name. Grats to the Model X for pulling in the award. Lastly tonight, inspired by a situation I ran into tonight, I thought I'd bring a supercharging tidbit of the week. I dropped in at a supercharger tonight on my crazy commute home to have some peace of mind for my range on the way home. It's actually a good thing I did. Anyhow, when I returned to my car, which fortunately had fully charged while I did some shopping and grabbed a bite to eat, a Model X was in the bay immediately next to me, despite 3 other open bays. This, folks, is a supercharging no-no, if you can help it. All the stalls are labeled with a number and a letter. In my case, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, and 3B. I was parked in 3B and another Model X in 1A. The Model X in question that was next to me parked in 3A. You never want to occupy a charger while another car is on a charger of the same number. This is because the supercharger system shares a circuit between bays with the same number. Overall, the circuit supports 145 kilowatts, with the cars capable of drawing 120 kilowatts. But when 2 cars use the same circuit, a balancing act begins, and you'll not get the full power available to your car. So, Mr. Model X should have picked either of the chargers labeled with a 2 so that everyone could have the maximum available power to their car. Make sure you check out the links to the full stories in the show description. While you're at it, check out the Patreon at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. Thanks as always to all of my super patrons for supporting the show at the $10 plus level. They are John Waltower, Drew Schuyler, John Waller, Mark and Sarah Thomas, Ryan Scarborough, Lee Sweet, William Henry Crew III, Dorian Steve Guberman, Bruno Kundici, John Rich, Joey Boots, and Ralph and Cheryl Waterhouse. Be sure to show your love on YouTube, iTunes, and other services across the internet, or use the show referral code ts.la/JON4602 if you're in the market for a new Tesla. It's good for free supercharging for the life of the vehicle. That's it for today. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits, and if you'd like to have a shot at showing up on the show, make sure to hashtag that with Ask Tesla Tidbits. I'll see you all back here again tomorrow. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.